Well, good morning, and welcome everyone. I'm Suzanne Garfield, and I'm delighted to share today's service with you. And I'm so grateful to be doing this with my longtime friend, um, Claudia Chandler, who's our guest speaker today. And I'm excited to hear her lesson, Emily Cady and the Power of the I Am. So we all know Emily, and we love Emily. Oh, what a beautiful morning to be alive. Really, to breathe in the calm, cooler air as we usher in our last Sunday in July. Adios, July 2024. It was nice knowing you. So it was a scorcher, but today it's just soft. So breathe in that air. Breathe in that softness and gentleness and coolness. And know even when things are hot, that too will pass and we'll be back into these kind of days. So let's come together right now and do what we do best with zeal and intent, and that's center ourselves in God. We are all in different places. We're all physically in different places or metaphysically, yet we are together. We are connected in spirit, in thought, in love. And for Jesus, our way shower affirmed, whenever two or more gather in my name, I am there. I am there. Jesus knew who we are. We know who we are. We recognize each other. We are children of God. And as children of God, we are alive and in divine flow, which happens today to be today's daily word. So let me just jump right into that. Divine flow, divine life flows through me. Sometimes when life seems filled with obligations and routine, I may feel as though I am merely existing, moving from one task to the next without sparkle or energy. Today, I remind myself I am alive, vitally, radiantly, joyfully alive. My life is what I choose to make it. Through my positive attitude and understanding myself as a spiritual being, I realize there is so much more to life than the things I must attend to. I will continue to maintain my daily life and respond to the things that need my attention. But now I will meet life with the energy and verve of divine life, which is flowing through me and animating me no matter what I am doing. I affirm I am a divine being, wondrously and magnificently alive. I am a divine being, wonderfully and magnificently alive. Amen. And from Luke 20, verse 38, now he is God, not of the dead, but of the living, for to him all of them are alive. Such powerful words. And I hope you all were able to watch some of the Olympic opening ceremonies last Friday. If you didn't, please make an effort to watch some of the recordings. It was long, but oh, so incredible. The celebration for miles on the banks of the Seine. And as Claudia reminded me, we were talking earlier, the lifeblood of Paris was so full of life, of joy, of creativity, of passion. I felt so happy, so alive, so full of hope watching it. This was a love letter to the world. And even in the midst of all the darkness and the violence and the anger and hate and the self-righteousness happening everywhere, this was a hug to everyone on this planet. You know, Marianne Williamson wrote, where light is let go, darkness enters. So when the Olympic flame was lit and rose into the night sky, And then Celine Dion sang Hymn to Love. It was at first it brought tears to my eyes, but it was a summons to all people to deny the dark, embrace the light. It said, we are alive, we are radiant, we are joyful. And when we look at each other in the light with divine eyes, we are one. And for that moment, we were. So keeping in this divine flow, let's continue with our affirmations, our beliefs. And when we speak these words, my friends, we are claiming our divinity and divine life in the clearest way. There is only one presence, one power, and one love active in my life, God the good, omnipotent. Let's claim this together. There is only one presence, one power, and one love active in my life, God the good, omnipotent. And as you bring to mind your family and friends, neighbors, community, those close to you, affirm for them there is only one presence, one power, and one love active in your life, God the good, omnipotent. Let's claim this together. There is only one presence, one power, and one love active in your life, God the good, omnipotent. And then we reach out to everyone. There is only one presence, one power, one love active in this ministry, God the good, omnipotent. And let's affirm together. There is only one presence, one power, one love active in this ministry, God the good, omnipotent. Now cast your blessings into the universe, and we affirm there is only one presence, one power, one love active in the world today, God the good, omnipotent. Let's claim this together. There is only one presence, one power, one love active in the world today, God the good, omnipotent. And our words and our consciousness bless people and the pets whose names are in your heart, and those unspoken prayers that you have thought. I invite you to place your hand over your heart and whisper their names. We hold in our hearts the prayers for healing for all of those in our spiritual community. We hold in our hearts and prayers for healing all throughout the world. We hold in our hearts our prayers of those affected by the fires, the firefighters, the families, and wildlife. They are surrounded in God's loving protection, safety, and well-being. We thank you, God. Amen. All right. I don't have many announcements with the exception of my understanding as Marty is giving the lesson. He welcomes in August next Sunday. And then Phil will be doing the following Sunday. So I'm looking forward to both their lessons. And we're going to go right into our meditation. But as you prepare, I invite you to listen to or sing number 74, In the Silence. Most of you probably already know that by heart. And I also invite you to allow the music to turn you inward to the sacred and peaceful ground of God, to your inner eternal light, to the I am. So, Emin, Could you play In the Silence, please? Thank you, Emma. What wonderful words. That's this song always moves me to tears. But in the silence, there is a sacred place. Love is there, peace is there, truth is there, God is there. In this silence, we dwell in the secret place most high. We are commanded to go into the silence, to go to our kingdom of heaven within, our secret place most high. Sometimes we try so hard to connect with God, the I am, But here's the secret about the secret meeting place. There's only one thing you have to do when you go into the silence. That's only be still and allow God. That's it. Only be in the quiet. And in this silence, you are in God, the I am. And God, the I am, is in you. So friends, let's meditate. Let's reset. Let's go in the silence and be in God. I like to start with breathing because breathing calms and helps us focus on stepping away from the outside noise and the useless distractions. I invite you to become comfortable and breathe in deeply and release gently. Relax your face. Take a slow, deep breath and release. Do this again. Breathe in and release. Just relax. Be still. God said, "Be still and know that I am God." Be still and know that I am God. Now take your breath deeper. As you breathe out, empty your heart of empty fears. Deny the darkness, for there is no shadows in the I am. Release those. And as you breathe into the silence, this blessed, sacred silence, know there is only one God, and we are all cells in the divine essence of that one God. When you say, "I am," you evoke God, the divine mind. It is impossible to be separate from God because we are literally in God. Each breath, you are breathing in God. You stand in God. You stand in the I am. Your breath is God's. Your body is God's. And the human form becomes the divine mind, the divine energy. You are in God. God whispers, "I am the love that you can cling to. I am your assurance. I am your peace. I am one in you. I am. I love you because you are me." The I am is the light and the energy of God, who you are. Your essence is one in God. As you sit in the silence, all other thoughts are dissolved, and you are one in God's light and love. Invoke the I am. I am one in God. Declare this. I am one in God. I am one in God. I am the good. I am joy. I am love. I am compassion. I am in God. And in this moment, your divine light and love and incredible joy and love radiating out blesses all life. I am in God. I am good. I am joy. I am love. I am compassion. I am in God. I am. From eternity to eternity, I am God. There is only one thing that ever was or ever will be, and that is God, the one, the I am. Now I'd like to end our meditation time together with a poem written by our special Reverend Dorothy Pearson. I came to this quiet place and found you waiting for me, God. I hadn't heard you call. I had no seeming need at all, but I just felt guided to be still. And here you are. My heart is open to your will. Speak to me, God, for I am listening within myself. I hear you in my mind, a kind of moving, as in the quiet of a forest. Pleasant sounds, soft and whispering to my heart. In this place apart, O God, thank you for the peace I feel, the sure knowing that you are here and real, and that we are one in this quiet place. And so it is, friends. Amen. Now let's just stay in this I am place, and because it gives me great pleasure to turn today's service to Claudia Chandler, Claudia Chandler, and especially excited to hear today's lesson. It's a deep dive into who many of us call our gal, Dr. Emily Cady, who was a true holistic and metaphysical pioneer. And Claudia?
Thank you, Suzanne. Oh, it is always so wonderful to partner up with Suzanne. I mean, you really get a sense of divine consciousness, and I love your meditations. It's such a treat. It's such a treat. So yes, as Suzanne said, today's talk is Emily Cady and the power of the I am. And so we're going to talk about another person I admire a lot, and that's Emily Cady. You know, if the Fillmores were Unity's parents, then Emily Cady would be their Unity's godmother. She was born in 1848 in rural upstate New York to a somewhat prosperous family. And then she died in 1941, so she lived a robust 93 years. Her writings were the foundation for the Unity movement. And that's why I continue to be so impressed with the way she clearly conveyed Jesus's teachings on who we are, who we can be, our relationship with each other, and maybe most importantly, our relationship to God. You know, Jesus said, and I believe him, that we are all children of God, that we are all heirs to the kingdom. But not all teachings early back in the day conveyed that so clearly. So you might recall in the Bible that when the Pharisee tried to trap Jesus with the trick question on, of these 613 commandments in the Torah, which is the most important, Jesus said the first commandment is to love thy God with all your heart and all your soul and all your mind. And the second is, you shall love your neighbor as you love yourself. I was a little surprised there were 631 commandments. I knew there was a trick. It was a trick question, but I thought he only had 10 to pick from because I was kind of back with Moses, you know. So that's your trivia question answer for today, 631 commandments in the Torah. But the most important one is to love the God with all your heart and all your soul and all your mind, and love your neighbor as you love yourself. That last one about loving your neighbor as you love yourself seems to be tripping up a few people lately. Or maybe it's just that they don't love themselves. So I always appreciate going back to the teachings of Jesus with Emily. So here's a little bit about Emily. As a young person, after she graduated from college, she became a school teacher. And then after teaching for a couple of years, she decided to become a physician. Now, that must have been a very bold choice. Unmarried women were often school teachers, but very few women attended medical school. In fact, it's only been until recently that women physicians are comparable to in numbers to male physicians. I know when I went to college, not that long ago, it was very unusual for women to get into med school. There were lots of nurses, yes, but very few women made it through and got into med school to become doctors. So in the late 1800s, after med school, she set up her practice in her medical practice in New York City. But she soon realized that healing the body with medicines just wasn't enough for some of her patients. So she began treating the body and the mind by teaching these patients how to use denials and affirmations and the power of visualization to stir up the potential of the Christ within. So she became a metaphysical physician. During this time, in the early 1990s, she also was writing pamphlets and articles about metaphysics, and they were widely distributed throughout the United States. One of these pamphlets came to the attention of Myrtle Fillmore, who then showed it to Charles. And the Fillmores reached out to Emily and asked her if she would publish in their magazine. Her first article was published in 1892 in the Unity magazine. And I want to point out that that was just 3 years after Unity itself had started, which was in 1889. She became a regular contributor to the Unity magazine, and then she edited those articles down into a book that was published in 1894. And this is her classic book, Lessons in Truth. In 1908, she published God is a Present Help. And in 1916, Unity published her third book, How I Use Truth. I point this out to show that Emily Cady's writings were foundational for the development of the Unity movement. See, she really is the godmother. Her writings are based on the teachings of Jesus and how Jesus's words show us how to use the power of God to bless and enrich our lives. The Fillmores embraced Emily Cady's writings. And maybe interestingly, just as an aside, Charles Fillmore didn't publish his first book until 1909, 15 years after she published Lessons in Truth. Now, I don't want to dish on Charles Fillmore. He played an important role in getting out the works of Emily Cady. So, he promoted her works just as he promoted Unity, and that expanded the metaphysical community. And from what I read, Emily Cady absolutely did not want to be in the limelight. She was a strong believer that if one's personality became too prominent or dominant, it took the focus off of the unfolding connection to the God self within us. Now, she called that individuality, individualized expression of God within us. So we have personality, which is how you're showing up today as Lillian, as Suzanne, as Della, as Catherine, as Beverly. And your individuality, which is that individualized spark of God within you. So she wasn't anxious to get out there and be the face of Unity. She turned down teaching large conventions and teaching engagements. She felt that that would take her off her path. Now, I'm sure we can all think of a few folks who let their big personality cast shade on that individuality of the divine spark within them. But my point here is that Emily Cady was a physician who understood the importance of the mind-body connection and its relationship to living a full and rich life. You know, it wasn't until more recently that people got that connection of mind and body. And even more than that, she was a writer who could convey Jesus's teachings as a pathway to prosperous living, encompassing health, harmony, peace of mind, love, and joy. Her teachings are as relevant today as they were 130 years ago because she uses the words of Jesus to show us the goodness of God and that goodness that God wants for each of us. She's a brilliant writer. She's not too wordy or convoluted as some writers of that era could be. And she uses the challenges from her own life to illustrate how she used God and Jesus's teachings to transform the situation to good. Oh, she had her doubts. She had her challenges. She had her questions like Mother Teresa did. God, are you there? But she just kept at it. One of the things that I find unique about Emily Cady's work is that she includes denials as foundational for a successful life. Denial, not in that puritanical sense of the word that you need to deny yourself from pleasures or things or, luxuries. She uses the word denial as in denying any false or error thoughts from your conscious and subconscious mind. These are the thoughts that hold us back, and they can originate from all sorts of sources. It could be society, it can be social media, it could be family, it could be people of authority like a teacher. These error thoughts are insidious. They're kind of like weeds in a garden, and you have to be very vigilant because they are there and they just pop up. But if you don't give them power, if you deny them, they will not harm you. She even goes on to say in her book, and I want you to pay attention to this, there's some people who should use denial, saying those people that are overly self-confident, judgmental, or unforgiving should begin with denials. So here's her denials. I have my handy dandy card that Suzanne made for us years ago and handed out at Capital City Unity when we were meeting. There is no evil. There is no absence of life, substance, or intelligence anywhere. Pain, sickness, poverty, old age, and death cannot master me, for they are not real. There is nothing in the entire universe for me to fear, for God in me is greater in me than anything or anyone that is in this world. God in me is greater than anything or anyone that is in this world. And she says, for those who are negative or passive, they might find more success with affirmations. So here are her affirmations, and you'll probably recognize them. God is life. God is love. God is intelligence. God is substance. God is omnipotent and omnipresent. I am a manifestation of God, and every moment God's life, love, wisdom, enthusiasm, and power flow into and through me. I am one with God and governed by God's laws. I am spirit, perfect, holy, harmonious. Nothing can hurt me or make me sick or afraid, for spirit is God, and God cannot be sick or hurt or afraid. I manifest my real self through this body right now. God works in me to will and do whatever God wishes me to do, and God in me cannot fail. I'm sure you recognize a lot of Myrtle Fillmore's, Hannah Moore, some of the songs that we sing with those affirmations. Well, today we have the benefit of advancements in science to illustrate the power of affirmative words, positive words. Neuroscience is now advanced enough to show the areas of the brain that light up when we think, speak, and sing affirmations and positive words. In fact, singing is even more effective and efficient than saying or thinking positive words because it lights up additional areas of the brain. So those joy songs that we've been singing for years, that's why they work. Now, I know I've said this before, but thoughts and words of positivity and gratitude are really, really good for you. We in Unity have always known that, but now science has proved it beyond a doubt. So, what does Emily say the greatest affirmation is? Kind of an easy question. And I know as I look around, most of you have been truth students for a long time. So you probably are shouting out the answer. Yep, I am. Suzanne actually kind of gave us a little crib sheet on that a little earlier on. In her third book, How I Use Truth, Emily says this: I am, spoken with the downward tendency, is always false and always in vain. So many times we unconsciously take the power of the Lord's name, I am, and use it in vain. She goes on to say, if you speak the I am falsely, you will get the result of false speaking. If you say I am sick, you will get sickness. If you say I am poor, you will get poverty. The law is you reap whatever you sow. So if I say, I am so stressed about the political divide in our country right now, not only have I named it, but I've claimed it. I've internalized it. It is far better for me to say, our country's politics is stressful to me. Or it concerns me how divided our country is right now over politics. It's not hiding my head in the sand. It's just noting what appears to be to me. But I'm not claiming it. I'm not claiming it for my own. I'm not internalizing it. I'm not taking it into my subconscious mind. Now, it's really easy to fall into using one's I am power in a downward way. The good news, as we know, is with practice and dedication, we can consciously use the I am to strengthen and improve our life. We can catch ourselves or ask our friends to catch us when we say I am, followed by any type of negativity. But here's Emily's suggested method. You don't have to do this just in your own meditation. You can do it whenever. So here it is. Go someplace where you can be alone. Close your eyes. In the depth of your own soul, say over and over the name, I am. I am. I am. Soon, you will find your whole being filled with a sense of power that it never had before. Power to overcome, power to accomplish, power to do all things. I am because thou art. I am what thou art. I am one with thee. I am good. I am holy. I am well. I am that I am. Wow. Didn't I say her writings were clear and easy to understand? I invite you to put Emily's words to the test and to use it whenever you feel down or whenever you feel overwhelmed. Just use it. Use the I am in an upward way. Keep it simple. Because yes, it is simple, but it's not easy. Keep God's power in you flowing upward with the use of your I am. So now, my friends, kind of been filled up with that I am. And we are now going to anchor it in song. We're going to light up every part of our mind and brain as we turn to hymn 183 and sing, I am the radiant life of God. I am, I am, I am. And you know, I can't hear you and nobody else can. So sing it with gusto. You'll be amazed at how wonderful it's going to make you feel. So M 183, I am the radiant life of God. Wow, I heard you all the way over here in Nicholas.
Okay.
That was great.
It was wonderful. Everyone's bopping along. It's lovely to have those joy songs. Claudia, thank you. This was such a wonderful lesson. And yes, Emily writes clearly for her time. uh, Yet you made her words more clear and a reminder of the power of I am, and that we all should speak with intention and mindfulness and know what comes out of our mouth has incredible power. Thank you, dear friend. Your words really filled me up today. That and the Olympics, I'm just a big wet Kleenex this weekend. Okay, I am going to ask Claudia if she would do our love offering today. And I think she said yes.
I did say yes.
You
I'll
did
be
say yes.
delighted.
Okay.
Yeah, because for this offering, I am going to keep with the power of the I am. So hold your offering in your hands or in consciousness, whatever form it takes. And I'd like you to speak these words with vigor. With vigor. I have it right here in my notes. With vigor. Close your eyes and see your cup running over. I love when a Flossie, remember I told you we could call her Flossie Scoville Shins words. I have a magic bank account. It fills with money whenever money comes out of it. I also say I have a magic portfolio that fills with money whenever I cash checks out of it. But see your cup, your bank account, your portfolios overflowing. And I want you to say with me, with your eyes closed, I am prosperous. I am prosperous. I am prosperous. And you feel it? And we know prosperity is more than money. It's health. It's being loved. It's loving. It's wisdom. I am prosperous. Not to me, but through me, dear God. My prosperity overflows and blesses everyone around me with kind words to those I don't know, shopkeepers and people on the street. My prosperity overflows so much so that people can feel it vibrate off of me. And it is in that consciousness of prosperity that I give and bless this wonderful capital city unity. I bless its mission, its messages, its meditations, and everyone who keeps this little ministry going, because it fills my cup. I am prosperous. So thank you, my friends. Thank you for being here with Suzanne and I today. We love seeing you. We hope this message blesses you because you have the power. You got the I am going for you. Thank you.
I just want to interrupt and thank Suzanne and Claudia for coming back and doing one of their shows for us. It's just been marvelous today to hear this, and just so heartwarming. So thank you, ladies, so much.
Yeah, we're here all week.
Well, from one Emily to another, you are welcome. You are welcome.
Okay, my friends. Well, let's stand and form a virtual circle.
Ooh, okay.
And we're going to sing, I think, Em, I asked for the peace song, I hope. Well, whatever Em is going to play, we're going to sing. So
yes, you did. The please
okay,
song, yes.
okay, Em, let her rip.
Peace begin with me, the spirit of mine now. Step take these breaths of
And Lillian, thank you. We're all holding hands. We're all standing up. And now everyone unmute your mics. And as we say our prayer of protection. The
The
love
light
Of God.
love of God enfolds us.
holds us.
The
The
power
power
of
of
God
God
protects
protects
us.
us.
The presence
presence
of
of
God
God
watches
watches
over
over
us.
us.
Wherever we
are,
Are
God
God
is,
is,
and
and
all
all
is
is
well.
well.
All right, bravo. Have a wonderful, cool day, everyone. Enjoy God's blessing today.
you know what we need? We need Am to figure out how to do the bouncing ball on that. Because if Am could do the bouncing ball, we wouldn't have the cacophony that we have. But we all know that we're on our own time in our own space. So Am, thank you so much for orchestrating this, Maestro. You did a great job. Thank you.
And you did too, Claudia and Suzanne.
Whatever my name is, right, Lil?
Well,
We
there's
want
many
you
more
back
chapters.
every fourth Sunday. We want you back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's the fifth
Yeah.
Sunday of the month.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what they were afraid of.
Adios. Have a good day.
Okay, everyone.
Thank you.
Bye.